Good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night, depending on what time you are watching the next episode of my Minecraft tutorial series. In the background there you can see the freehand cottage that we did in the last episode. Please do come and have a look at that. The link will be in the description below. But today we're going to talk about how important it is to put just little bits of detail into things, and specifically today we're going to talk about paths. Now you could just do a standard path. Oh look, it's going dark around me. You could just do a standard path, but it's actually really good to have a nice detail on your path. It just adds that little bit of extra oomph to your builds. It just makes things look so much better. So let's go, wait till it gets light again, and see if we can't make a few different types of paths and see what you think. Doesn't that look pretty at night time? I've not actually looked at it at night time before. Very cool. Let's go and see that tutorial too. Anyway, come on, paths. So if you've been building like a little town or a village, you really want to have good quality paths to go between your good quality buildings. And if it's a decent path, you probably want it to have 5 wide blocks. 5 wide is a really good width for a major path. 3 wide is good for a minor path. 1 wide path just don't look right. So get yourself a 5 wide path. We're going to try and look at a few different types of paths here that you can just play around with and make them work for you. So we're just going to do a really basic path here. So we go 5 wide, and let's just go forwards a little bit and get ourselves a bit of a gap that we can build this path in. So you can see there we've got our 5 wide path. We're going to first of all, generally paths look good if they are slightly indented into the ground. So let's get our cobblestone stairs and row the sides. So you've got that, and the really simple way of finishing off the path is to put some slabs in it, but don't use cobblestone slabs. Give it a little bit of texture. So I like to use, when I use cobblestone slabs, let's get some stone brick slabs in there as the base. And there you go. It's a really nice path that you could follow very happily all around your buildings. If your buildings are cool, the path is cool too. And you can take that one step up. Take out this half slabs and put in full stone brick slabs, and what you get is a really nice path that's got guttering down the sides and it looks really authentic. It's especially good if you're doing medieval or old style villages. It looks absolutely brilliant. Maybe you want a path that's a little bit more ornate. You can change up your blocks. Here I've used the same stone block steps with some wood and some cobble in the middle just to give it a little bit of contrast. When you walk over this particular path, you don't know that there are steps there, even though you've got a bit of depth and texture, because naturally you will just walk straight. Let me demonstrate. You don't fall down any holes even if you walk on that bit, because actually you're walking on a full block. So it's a really nice way of making your path really quite ornate, and you can change up that wood if you don't like it into something else, change the other blocks into other stuff as well. And then, I mean, if you've got world edit, you can just use that as a template and stamp it in a long row and turn yourself into a long row. Or if, like me, you don't have world edit, you can do it the long way. And then it looks like that. And then when you've got a path that you don't want it to be too solid, maybe it's a path that goes out to the next village or to somewhere else outside in the countryside, or maybe you just want a simple path around a farmyard or something like that, and you can do this just with a little bit of randomness. So just walk along and kind of just make random holes in the ground, and we're going to fill these random holes in a moment with some other stuff. Try not to make them more than 5 wide, because then it gets very, very big, but simply just make some random holes like that, and then get some different materials. So I here have got some coarse dirt, and we'll put some coarse dirt in some of these holes here just along, and we're going to put some gravel in some others, and maybe even the odd bit of cobble just to see how it goes. You've got a really basic path, but to make sure that it looks properly segmented, it's probably a really good idea to get some fence posts in there. And don't make the fence posts too regular. If they're too regular, they look like they're, I don't know, just not quite the way they should be along a random path like this. Just make them a little bit kind of wobbly, I guess. Leave the odd gap. Just make sure that they don't look too standard, too straight, because too straight just would be too much for this particular type of path and build. This is a random path, it's not a regular regimented path. So there you go, you get a nice kind of fence that looks like that. I think that looks okay. On our more regimented road here, you can use stone walls to give a straighter, more regimented side to the road. Very much like that. Keep it straight because this is quite formal as a wall on the side of it. Alternatively, maybe you want to do something ever so slightly different. You could maybe make some really nice street lights using some fence posts, some stone like this, and a little bit of cobblestone wall, and then underneath that you could perhaps put a, I don't know, maybe a glowstone or a sea lantern or other such light source. A little bit like that. So there are 4 very different paths, all with a very different feel, and every single one of them can make your builds feel a little bit more authentic and a little bit better, so you can show your friends and actually make them look so much more perfect. You've got great buildings, now get yourself great paths. If you enjoyed this video, slap that like button. I don't know you liked it unless you hit the like button. Please do that for me. That helps the channel so much. Share it with your friends, hit those social media buttons. It would be awesome to get the message out there on how to build these paths. And if you haven't already, do hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.